Good evening, welcome to 7 News. On a day our city was brought to a standstill in the name of art. Tens of thousands of people have lined Perth's streets for a glimpse of the Giants. As we go to air, one of the Giants is making her way through the CBD. Rob Scott is on Hay Street. Rob, Perth's never seen anything like it.
You're not wrong, Rick. Simply put, this has captivated Perth. And the crowds that have followed every giant step that the little girl has taken through the streets of Perth have been mesmerised. All up, predictions are around 1 million people will come to see the little girl giant and her uncle, the diver giant, over the next 3 days, easily making it Perth's biggest public event. At the moment, the girl is making her way down Hay Street as she heads towards Langley Park, which is where she'll spend the night. And as you can see from these live pictures, the crowds following her are just massive, and they've been growing all day. A giant yawn from a big, sleepy girl. Thousands scrambled to Langley Park this morning to watch her come to life. Like any little girl, she needed a shower to wake up. And then it was into some fresh clothes and shoes before she began her journey through the streets of Perth to find her uncle, the diver. He was across town at Perth train station, fast asleep. A giant surprise for early morning commuters as they left the platform.
It's fascinating, isn't it? And this is a surprise because we didn't know he would be here.
I think it's really great. It's great to see Perth coming and having such an amazing international experience.
The 3-ton marionette, so lifelike you could hear him breathe. It was too good a photo op to pass up. Sergeant Wayne Godwin wins the prize for most original. With his size 237 boots and his 100-kilo trousers, he'll stay resting where he is until tomorrow morning. Today was all about his niece, and she had Perth under her spell.
The expressions I get in her face. Cried. It's so cool, love her.
Yeah, we come all the way from Bunbury to see it. So.
Yeah, from Bunbury?
Yeah.
Bunbury, yeah. Did it live up to expectations?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was brilliant.
The streets were packed as thousands followed her every giant step. Balconies were overflowing, office windows crowded. Even workers on building sites downed tools for a moment.
Most people only ever see this once in their life if they're lucky, and so pleased that it was able to come to Perth.
The girl's movements are so real, from her eyes to her tongue. Everything is controlled with cranes, pulleys and hydraulics, and of course, some exquisite timing. And like most little girls, after a big adventure, she needed a bathroom break. At 5.5 metres tall and weighing in at 800 kilos, walking with this little girl giant really is something very special. The Premier described it as a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and boy, was he right. Her hair alone is made from the tails of 70 horses. Her green dress weighs 30 kilos. By lunchtime, she'd made it to Wellington Square, where she was presented with a giant book created especially for her by WA school children. 4,000 of them were then treated to a story like never before.
Then, the little star said goodbye to me.
After a mid-afternoon siesta in a comfy deck chair, she was on the move again, still searching for her uncle. So after a nice rest, the little girl's journey continues, and as you can see behind me, she's now walking down Hay Street as she makes her way towards Langley Park, which is where she'll spend the night. It's been a big day for the little girl walking through the streets of Perth, and as you can see behind me, it's just attracting thousands and thousands of people. It's hard to put a number really on the crowds that are here, but easily tens of thousands have filled the streets. She stopped a little while ago to pick up some very lucky children. They used ladders to climb up onto her giant arms and swung off them for quite a while. She was kneeling on the road while that happened. Really magical experience for a lot of children. This truly has been just a fantastic event for Perth. It cost $5.4 million to get both these giants here, but really it has been priceless. It cost a lot to put on, but if you want to come down and witness this for yourself, it's absolutely free.
Thanks, Rob. And live to Kate Smithers at Langley Park now. And Kate, what's the advice for people planning to head into the city later this evening?
So the little girl is currently making her way down here to Langley Park, where she will sleep off her very big day. That's happening around 7 o'clock, so there's still a bit of time to come down and check her out if you want to. The best way to do that is on a train because of road closures and disruptions to the bus timetables. And even though she'll be asleep, you'll still be able to see and hear the little girl breathing. Tomorrow there's even a bigger day planned. That sleeping giant that's been having a slumber outside the Perth train station will finally wake up, and then the two giants will walk through the city in search of each other before tomorrow night, when they will be reunited here at Langley Park. Then on Sunday, together, those two giants will walk through the CBD for a grand finale on the Swan River. So Rick, if you missed out today, there's still plenty to see across the week.